Good afternoon, children. Although I have already explained some properties of carbon compounds, but let us do a bit of revision and then I will teach you further. I have already told you about saturated and unsaturated carbon compounds. Carbon compounds. When there is a presence of a single bond between carbon and carbon, these are known by the name of saturated carbon compounds. And if there is a presence of double bond or triple bond between carbon and carbon, these are known by the name of unsaturated carbon compounds. I have already given you example of saturated carbon compounds like methane, ethane, propane, butane. These are all saturated carbon compounds. I have already told you about the general formula by which these saturated, unsaturated carbon compounds can be prepared. Now, let me discuss about the some more carbon compounds where the compounds are present in the form of branches. These are found in the form of rings and these are found in the form of unsaturated and saturated ring compounds. I have told you about the saturated carbon compounds, all the compounds were present in that of a single straight chain where one carbon was connected to not more than two other carbon atoms, and they are known by the name of a straight chain compounds. And if the hydrogen is present along with carbon, these were known by the name of hydrocarbons. Now I will discuss in detail about the branch chain compounds. Now what are these branch chain compounds? The branch chain compounds are those compounds where one carbon is only connected to that of a 3 or 4 carbon atoms. Let me begin with the butane. Molecular formula of butane is C4H10. It can be written in two ways. I can write this compound like this. We can write this compound like this. When this compound is written like this, it is known by the name of a straight chain compound. Straight chain compound. And when butane is written like this, one carbon is present in the form of branch H, 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 H. This is known by the name of branched chain compound. Just see, the one carbon is only connected to that of a 3 carbons. We can write for pentane, we can write for hexane, we can write for all other compounds like this. Now, all the compounds which are found in branches, if they are compared with the straight chain compounds, they are having same molecular formula. It is butane. The molecular formula in both the cases will be C4H10. But their structure is different. Such type of compounds where The molecular formula is same, but their structure is different. But they are having different structural formula are known by the name of isomers. Again repeating, all those compounds where the molecular formula is same but they are having different structures are known by the name of isomers. Butane will be having two isomers. One of the isomer when all the four carbon will be in a straight chain. Like this. This is known by the name of N-butane. And when one of the carbon is in branches, when one of the carbon is present in the form of branches, it is known by the name of isobutane. Isobutane. The molecular formula is same in both the cases, that is C4H10. Similarly, I will write isomers of pentane. The molecular formula of pentane is C5H12. One of the isomer which is known by the name of N, this is known by the name of N-pentane. All these are hydrogens. All these are hydrogens. This is known by the name of N-pentane. Now again, if one of the carbon is present in branching, this is known by the name of isopentane. This is known by the name of isopentane. Pentane is having three isomers, N-pentane, isopentane, and then there is a new pentane. When one carbon is surrounded by four carbons and each is having three hydrogens, H, H, H. This is known by the name of neopentane. The one carbon is surrounded by four carbon. Each carbon is having three hydrogens each. So this is known by the name of neopentane. Similarly, we can make isomers for hexane, for heptane. The large number of isomers can be prepared. For example, the hexane will be having 5 isomers. Now I will tell you about the compounds which are present in the form of ring. These are of two types. One is known by the name of saturated. Example is cyclohexane. There are total number of 6 carbon atoms present, but these carbon atoms are present in the form of ring. There is each carbon is attached to that of a 2 hydrogens. C, H, H, C, H. There are total number of 6 carbons with that of a 12 hydrogen. They are present in the form of ring. You can very easily write electron dot structure. Just put here 2 electrons. Try electron dot structure. If you will not be able to write, then I will tell you about the electron dot structure of cyclohexane. Once you try, this compound is present in the form of ring and it is a saturated ring compound. Now I come to the next compound that is also in the form of a ring, that is known by the name of unsaturated cyclic compound. Cyclic compound. This is known by the name of benzene. Its formula is C6H6. I can make the ring like this, and there will be CH. Each carbon is attached to that of a one hydrogen, H, CH, CH. There are total number of 6 carbon with that of a 6 hydrogen, and there is a presence of alternate single and double bond. This is single bond, double bond. Then we are having here single bond, then double bond, single bond, then double bond. So this is a unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbon, and it is only one in your syllabus. Now I will tell you about some of the more carbon compounds. We have studied so far carbon compounds where there was the presence of only carbon and hydrogen. But there are large number of carbon compounds which contain not only carbon and hydrogen but some other groups, like they contain OH group, which is called alcoholic group. There are some oxygen containing compounds like aldehydes, ketones. These contain halogens where I will write the name. But in all these compounds, the valency of carbon is satisfied. Because I have already told, I am telling you from the beginning that carbon cannot make any compound where the tetravalency of carbon is not satisfied. Even a carbon is having 100 carbons and they are attached either in a straight chain or in a branching. Each carbon will have tetravalency. The valency of carbon will be satisfied. So, there are large number of groups which can make compound with carbon, but there are few of them, and I will write the name of those only, which are now IUPAC name is not included in your syllabus, but I will tell you a few things about those compounds. These are first haloalkanes. Halo means for halogen. Halogen. Halogens are Cl, Br, I, F. These are halogens. If these are attached with that of any carbon compound by replacing hydrogen, for example, methane is CH4, hydrogen is replaced, and this is CH3Cl, so it will be called haloalkane. The next one are compounds containing oxygen. Compounds containing oxygen. These are alcohols where there is a presence of OH group in the carbon chain, like CH3OH. Then there are aldehydes. Aldehydes where there is a presence of CHO group in the chain, like CH3CHO. Then there are ketones where there is a presence of CO group, CH3, CO, CH3. Then there are carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids where there is a presence of COOH group in the chain. So these are few compounds which carbon can make with other elements. Carbon can make compounds with sulfur. Carbon can make compounds with nitrogen. But we are not very much concerned with those compounds today. Now I will tell you about the one very important series which is known by the name of homologous series. Homologous series is a family of carbon compounds where there is a same functional group, same chemical properties, different physical properties, a difference of CH2, Like, let me take an example. Suppose there is a homologous series of alcohols. First member will be CH3OH. The second member will be C2H5OH. The third member will be CH3OH. The fourth member will be C4H9OH. All of them are having same functional group, that is OH. Because they are having same functional group, so they are having same chemical valence, same chemical properties. In all of these, the tetravalency of carbon will be satisfied, and this series will be known by the name of homologous series. Now let me consider one homologous series of alkane. All the carbon-carbon single bonded compound are called alkane. Carbon-carbon double bonded compound are called alkene, and carbon-carbon triple bonded compound are called alkyne. For alkanes, I have already told you general formula, that was CnH2n plus 2. First member methane, second member ethane, third member propane, fourth member butane, fifth member pentane, sixth member hexane. This is a complete homologous series of alkanes. There is a difference of CH2 in each and every member, and there is a difference of 14 atomic mass unit in each and every member. In a homologous series, there are four characteristics. First, all the are having same general formula. Second, there is a difference of CH2 in each and every species. There is a difference in 14 atomic mass unit in each and every species. Each element or each compound will be having same chemical properties, but there will be some gradation in the physical properties, and they will show same type of structure as it is written here. So these are the characteristics of homologous series. If I add CH2 in methane, it will be converted in the form of ethane. And if I add atomic mass, 14 atomic mass unit in that of a molecular mass of methane, so that will become a molecular mass of ethane. So these are the characteristics of homologous series. You can make all the homologous series like this. In homologous series, there is a some gradation in the physical properties, like the lower members are gases, the higher members are liquid, the more higher members are solid, and beside that there is a change in the boiling and melting point, because that depend upon the size. The upper member, they will be having lower boiling point. The highest member, they will be having more boiling point. So in this manner there is a some change in the boiling point. Now I have completed this chapter, because in syllabus it was only up to homologous series. If you are having any query or any problem, let me know, so that can be solved and you can very easily do this chapter, because now this chapter has become very much easier. There is no structure of functional groups, etc. So you can easily do it.